if we got that spark already, being able to continue that spark. I definitely want to come in with a defensive mindset and then being able to knock down shots when it's my turn to knock down shots. But my mentality going into the game is just do whatever the team needs at this exact moment, every single night, and being available. Me being there and just being able to get that experience, it was just, that crowd was just amazing, the fan base, everybody, the amount of love that Detroit has for its sports when it comes to anything, like it was just crazy being able to just see that. But you could tell, like, it was just a different kind of vibe in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was, I mean, who wouldn't want to play in front of a crowd like that, you know what I'm saying? So it was just nice like that. We was just hanging our hats on that and being able to turn our crowd up was just a blessing.
All right, man. We out here in the morning with it, but everybody was talking about Ryan Holland's jump shot. He spoke about it, and he, for the most part, said him and Fred, I think his name Fred Vincent, the shooting coach, been in the gym, and it shows, And one of the things compared to him and a guy like Asar shooting the ball, Asar, he didn't have the confidence that Ryan had shooting the ball. That's one thing that I did notice. He didn't possess that confidence that Ryan had. That confidence that Ryan Hollins had last year, if he was open, he was going to shoot. And that's an aspect about shooting, is having the confidence to shoot. And a lot of guys and a lot of Piston fans, they just didn't like the fact that Ryan couldn't shoot the ball. Okay? That was a problem for them. Oh, man, he can't shoot. Remember they was calling Asar Thompson, Killian Hayes, which he's nowhere near Killian Hayes. He's a real defender. He's not scared to go to the rack. He can handle the ball. And a lot of people were saying, well, oh, he can't shoot. At the end of the day, I know we've seen a lot of guys come into this league, especially recently and historically, who never developed a jump shot. They never develop a jump shot. They never develop the post game. We've seen it. And, a lot of times, you see a lot of these guys post these highlight films, this highlight film on these highlights on social media, like they working hard. And then come the regular season, it's nothing come of it. It's nothing to come of it. So, but apparently, Ryan Hollins is putting in the work. And Isaiah Thomas said something very, very critical too. He said if he becomes a two-way player, look out. I really don't feel like he was a one-way player. I mean, if he get a jump shot, it's a wrap. Because he not only is he shooting the ball, he's getting it off the dribble. He's shooting it off the dribble. He's doing step backs. He's doing step backs. So obviously he catching the rhythm, shooting the rock. And there's different aspects to shooting the ball. There's catching and shooting. There's shooting off the dribble. There's escape dribble. Then you kind of, get into your spot. So really, for him to really take over that 4 spot from Tobias Harris, I just feel like he's just missing a little bit of strength, a little bit of weight, and that's gonna come. Honestly, that's gonna come for him. And the spot up jump shot from the corner. And if he can hit those shots, he can, I think, they might have a stud. Now, if we know he can do the extra stuff. He can put the ball on the rim, finish at the rim, finish below the rim, finish above the rim. We've seen it. He can handle the rock. That ain't no thing for him. You get him in transition, he finishing. He gonna attack. So the jump shot is really the missing piece for him. And that's why you bring in a guy like Fred Vincent. If, he starts shooting the ball, they look even more genius not going out there getting a superstar. They look even better not going out there getting the guy. Hadn't worked the guy out in the draft. Said that a lot of agents refused. Trajan Langdon said a lot of agents refused to let their guys work out in Detroit. And yeah, that's messed up in my opinion. but you're doing what's best for your guy, and the organization was pretty much a shit show. You know, yeah. So you really putting in that work for your guy. You know, get him to the place that he can be successful. But a lot of times, you know, you aim for a place to go, you go somewhere, and it don't work. It don't happen like that. Pretty sure Cam Whitmore thought Houston would be a good spot for him. Didn't work out like it. So when you start looking around the league about sometimes you start looking around life, things happen for a reason. You know, things happen for a reason. So you end up in certain situations. God put you in certain situations for a reason. And that's the crazy thing about it. Sometimes you never understand. Sometimes, you know, you get out of a situation or you lose a situation and it opens up another door. You couldn't get that door open without that situation. Sometimes if you wanted to go to the fucking, Knicks or you wanted to go to the Cowboys, your career was going to be terrible. So they sent you to Philly. They sent you to, the Jets. They sent you, to the Milwaukee Bucks because that was where you were supposed to go. You lost your job and you like, damn, shit, man, I like my job. Sometimes that had to happen for you to see, if that woman really fuck with you or not, or to see if you really get the position you really needed in life to advance. Or it might spark an idea to start your own business. Things happen. Things happen for a damn reason. I don't think nothing happens for no reason. I'm a huge believer in that. And sometimes devastating things happen and you just like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's God's will, and most times it is. It's going to work out. For Ryan Hollins, you think about it, Ryan Hollins, Amara St. Brown said he wanted to go anywhere but the Detroit Lions. Ryan Hollins, his agent didn't even want him to come to Detroit. And look, it was some of the best things that happened to them in their life. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was some of the best. It's kind of like your parents making you do something you didn't want to do. Go to band camp. Get up and go to summer camp. Go away for summer camp. Go into, tutoring after school, a chess club after school, and you met some of your best friends, or help you advance and help you get them extracurricular activities to get into Harvard or get into a college. Or you didn't even want to try to play football or golf, and now all of a sudden you got a scholarship, or you going pro. Man, it's funny how life works. Honestly, it really is. It is funny how life works. It really is. It is funny how, so for Ron, he talked about the fans in Detroit and how the fans really been turning up in Detroit, and, how they really how he been enjoying himself. And, it's a lot of misconceptions about the city of Detroit. You come here, if you got a little bit of money and you ain't got to deal with the ignocracy, and I made that up, ignocracy of the city of Detroit as far as the ignorant shit that go on here. And you can live in the suburbs and play the outskirts. It's actually a dope place to be. And I lived in a couple of places. But, check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me everywhere. Peace.